Oh god.
Okay,
Surprise.
Beam Saber it is.
Woo!
So I have played a half dozen sessions of this in the KelsCon podcast stream thing that's coming out sometime next year, but I've not run it before. Um,
Mhm.
it is Forged in the Dark, so we've played Beam Saber and Cyberpunk. I don't know if at least have you played a Forged in the Dark game?
No, no. I've
Cool.
played plenty of PBTAs and PBTA adjacent, but never Forged in the Dark.
Yeah, they're of
Sweet.
similar lineage. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no one stress about the system. I'll just say stuff and figure out the mechanics as we go along.
I refuse to read the rules or learn them and
I know,
just
Mark.
ask Mark how I can
gonna-
do the thing I want to do.
Mark has spoiled us by always knowing all the things, so we don't have to.
I would be such a terror with any other GM.
I know. Anyone who expects you to like know the system coming in.
Yes.
What do I roll? 2d6 all the time, every time.
I
no
should
matter
take
what.
more responsibility. I should be more responsible, but I refuse.
I at least gave it a cursory glance, so you know the
Good.
old college try.
You know there are robots that you
I do know that.
get.
Now I know. Gonna find out.
So yeah, so basically this is a heavily anime inspired mecha game.
Yeah.
There are missions and downtimes. We will probably get through like a mission and a downtime in the next week or so. And yeah, we'll find out what is going on as we go. We'll be using the usual safety tools. I don't think there is a list of lines and veils in the. Oh no, there's no safety thing in the default Bean Saber here.
Ooh.
I'll port those over as blank making characters.
Mhm.
But we'll use those. My standard lines are, the no homophobia, transphobia, racism, sexism, no SA or uh, relationship violence, any of that. Um, Bail on torture and suicide usually. Um, yeah, just no nasty stuff. If there's anything you'd like to avoid until I get the list up, either let us know publicly or tell me, and I'll make it so behind the scenes. We'll also use script change / xcard as usual, so we
Mhm.
can X out content or rewind something or fast forward through something, and open table. So if you're getting a guitar or need to go
Hypothetically,
get a sandwich or
totally.
something, or you just hate the game and want to leave, that's totally cool. That goes for me too.
Oh, so you missed it, Nick. I told him I might at any point have to jump away for a second to go answer the door because there is a guitar on the way to me.
Oh,
today.
I thought it was a fun, like hypothetical specifically for you.
I mean,
But-
fair.
Hypothetical, but actual.
Hypothetically, if a bunny runs across and needs to kiss you, or a guitar shows up, or a crow
Bunnies.
wants to give you a present, anything that any one of these
Wow.
particular people might need to do.
So many
Anything
cool
happen-
hypothetical things.
So yeah, the
Was
setting.
that Ellie?
Anything could happen, especially with crows.
Anything
It
could happen.
could,
So the setting, in the book, there is a lot of lore and a lot of setting. I'm going to ignore
shit.
99% of that. I'm not interested in even in the game that I'm playing. I hope Austin isn't watching this, but like I don't know much of anything beyond like what my guy does.
Oh, but there's
So
if there's world building, I might read the
there's
book.
I off the record, I feel like someone wrote their own fanime and
Yes.
made it put a game setting on top of it. But yeah, so there's
I'm here
lots
for
and lots of
this.
stuff. Worry about none of it. We'll figure out stuff as we go along, and make up our own. So we will start with character building. This is a Forged in the Dark game, which inherits from PBTA, so there are playbooks. Let me read off your playbook options and start with picking playbooks. And these are all their own tabs on the keeper. So once you pick the ones you want, we'll hide the other ones. We have the Ace. The Ace is a graceful and daring pilot. Be the ace if you want to be the hotshot pilot known for being the best in the vehicle, have an incredibly flexible vehicle with experimental equipment, or be more reliant on your vehicle than other pilots. There's a bureaucrat who's an overworked and undervalued clerk
Yes.
who also has a mech, apparently. Being the master of managing resources, have access to mundanely weird gear and abilities, and be a banal cog in the machinery of war. There is an empath, empathic and compassionate psychic. If you want to play a character that's deeply connected to emotions, have psychic powers, or understand others, regardless of the danger that poses. There is the envoy, who is a stylish and persuasive socialite with a mech. Choose them if you want to play a
Yes.
flashy character who talks their way into and out of trouble, manipulate people and organizations like puppets, or explore what happens when you're all flesh and no substance in life-threatening situations. There is the hacker, cunning and willful programmer, bending machines and vehicles to your will, controlling the perception of others by manipulating the augmented reality around them, and be vulnerable in direct conflicts. There is the infiltrator, who's an agile and deadly burglar. Choose them if you want to remain a scene until you want to strike, whether in foot or in your on foot or in your vehicle. Bite off more than you can chew and get out anyway, or play a character who is seen as unreliable because they are never around. You can play an officer, a tactical and personable trooper. If you want to have a measure of inherent authority, have other pilots look to you for a plan or decision, or play a character that's reached their position by choosing to be complicit with their superiors. You can play a scout, who is a dangerous sniper and explorer. If you want to have a core of loneliness that finds camaraderie in the robotic companions, devastate your foes from away with sniper, rifle, and artillery barrages, lead the way fighting threats and obstacles ahead of your squad mates. There is the soldier, a mighty violent warrior. If you want to be good at hurting and terrifying people, being incredibly hard to stop even when badly injured, play with ideas around having a body designed for violence, whether you embrace it or struggle to imagine what peace looks like for yourself. And there is the technician, a savvy technician and vandal. Choose the technician you want to get imaginative with your methods, whether creating or destroying, supporting your squad mates by maintaining them and their vehicles, and exploring what your role in the war is as an innovator. So those are the basic ones. I don't think I have access to all the extended ones, but there's a lot of other weird ones. So yeah, talk amongst yourselves. What do you feel drawn to?
I mean, I know what I feel drawn to, but I think the first question here is what kind of story / tone y'all want to go for, because a whole bunch of these don't really play with each other within the same kind of fiction. So I mean, like I'm drawn to, in games like this, I'm drawn to stuff like ace, infiltrator, scout, officer, those kinds of things. But you know, I'm willing to be flexible.
I'm gonna roll a D10.
Same. I was gonna say I was gonna let everybody else pick and then pick one at random, because that's just the weirdo.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can make any of them work together.
Yeah, for sure. And
I think it'll be
regardless of who you
fun.
are, you're gonna have a mech. You're gonna be capable of doing violence or whatever.
Well, if you two are both rolling at random, then I am going to pick one.
Yeah,
Right.
just like if you have a preference, you definitely can, because both of us will just take what we give randomly.
It's true.
Yeah, here I will take the scout, because playing as a pilot in Titanfall is fun.
Scout's
Great.
always my favorite too.
That one looks fun.
There
All
we
right, let's
Sneak around and be
roll.
a sniper. That's like my standard like video game RPG character
I
too.
know.
Like, give me the sneaky guy with a bow and arrow.
Same,
Mhm.
yeah. That's usually me in games. They all sound cool, which is always a good problem to have.
Mhm.
I do find that the envoy does sound very fun. Of like just getting out of things by talking.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Heath, do you have any that you're leaning towards?
I just rolled at random and I rolled hacker, which does sound cool
Nice.
to me.
Nice. That does sound fun.
That's
Yeah.
a good combo, I think.
I rolled ace, but I was like, that's so close to scout that I think I'd take envoy. So I think my rolling did make me choose.
Oh, I feel like Ace and Scout. I feel like Ace and Scout are almost like the complete opposite because Ace is just like, I'm gonna roll into combat and be super cool, and the Scouts just be like, I'm gonna hide in the bushes and shoot you from a mile away.
Ace is the hotshot tank here. You know, Ace is Maverick from Top
Yeah,
Gun.
exactly.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe I'll be Ortega. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's fucking do it. All right, I'll do Ace since that's what I
Okay.
rolled.
So we have an Ace, a hacker, and a Scout.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hide the other ones. Sorry, Envoy. Maybe next time.
I know.
Sorry,
I was tempted.
boy.
Cool. So we're
Space
also
Bro.
gonna pick a squad type, much like the crews, the crew types in or the what are they, the like the reputations, or what are they in Slimbuster? You're like
Oh yeah,
vibe.
like the
Yeah.
vibes.
You'll be part of a not a crew, what's it called, a squad in this, and the squad types are also in the book somewhere. Squads and factions. There we go. Creation.
My creation.
There's squad creation. Squad playbooks. There we go. Cool. So here are the types of squads you can be. You can be a consulate. The consulates probably not appropriate for the squad. It's all about propaganda and fancy balls. There's the frontline squad, blood and steel. It's all about fighting up front. There's a logistics squad, managing, basically like managing supply lines and being the veins that keep your faction's war efforts functioning. There's the mechanized cavalry, which is kind of like the front line, but focuses more on the vehicles. And that like gives you stuff to like help fix your vehicles and do more stuff like that. There are the profiteers. Everything have a price. Choose profiteers if you want to have a supplementary supply line, enter tense negotiations about contraband, or meet the clandestine and criminal elements of the world. There is the recon, the best way in through way past, where you participate in missions of questionable legitimacy, explore the world and steal secrets, or be an expert in avoiding straight up fights. There's an R&D group where you get to play with bleeding edge technology beyond your understanding. And then there's the black bar, the redacted squad.
Yes.
That's like the wet work squad. Choose redacted if you want to commit hidden violence, be morally dubious, and be the boogeyman that other squads whisper about. And those all have their tabs here. So again, talk amongst yourselves. What do you feel like?
Again, I am open if anyone has strong feelings.
Yeah, same.
I tend to like let whatever any source can inspire me to go in different directions. So it's always
Yeah,
fun.
any of this sounds good. Let's see.
Where'd they go?
So consulate's like balls. Frontline is like.
I think I was muted.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No, for me, it's a toss-up between frontline, mechanized cavalry, and redacted.
Yeah, those all sound like us too, like the characters we have.
Mm-hmm.
Redacted is like special ops.
Yeah, redacted is like you're the boogeyman.
Something about
Okay.
redacted kind
Maybe
of.
that sounds fun.
Because it sort of pulls to me. It seems
The
fun.
violence.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I love it. In fact, that will
secret
work
society.
great. I have a I have a
Yeah.
couple ideas brewing back depending on what you choose, but I think that will work with anything. Redacted
Which-
is super fun. Let's do redacted then. I'll hide all the other ones.
We can't talk about it.
We're playing. I'm in the redacted squad in our other game, and
We're
our
not
front
supposed
is
to talk about it.
it's a pizza delivery operation that also does assassinations. So that's
That's one
Oh
does.
my god,
pretty great.
love it.
Great. So that is our basic setup all done, basically. Redacted squad. Man. Cool. So let me walk us through some character creation stuff. Pilot creation. Choose a playbook. Done. So let's look at the playbooks. There's a lot of boxes and stuff to do. Over on the right hand side, so on the right hand side, there's pilot actions, hunt, study, survey, engineer, finesse, prowl, all those. Depending on which playbook you have, you will have dots in some of them already. You will get 3 more dots to put in ones that you want. And no one can have more than 2 dots in any. So the first batch is insight. Hunt is basically hunting a target or tracking people. Studying is kind of doing research and getting details on things. Survey is basically observing your surroundings and seeing what's going on. And engineer is tinkering, building stuff. Then we've got the prowess ones. Finesse is basically like agility based stuff. Also, sometimes shooting stuff. Prowl is sneaky stuff. Struggle is fighting basically, and wreck is destroying stuff.
I missed something. Where are you now?
In the character keeper in your playbook on the right hand side, you have to scroll all the way to the right hand side under pilot actions.
Pilot actions. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then the resolve ones at the end are command, consort, sway, and interface. Those are pretty self-explanatory, except for interface, which is like doing computer stuff. So yeah, you get add 3 dots to whichever ones of those you feel like might be fun.
And our
And you start off
specific
with 3
playbook,
already.
yeah, I was gonna say has 3 already ticked, and we
Yeah.
tick 3 more. And
Yeah,
you
so like the
but
scout starts with 2 ticks in hunt and 1 in
Yeah.
survey.
and we can't go above 2 in anything, right?
Right.
Hmm.
What's the best way to tick a box? Just copy and paste it in already ticked box.
Yeah, because it just uses a bullet point there. So that's what I do.
Mm. Was it next to the things as like insight, prowess, resolve? It has like 1D or 0D, and that's
So that tells you how many those are dice that could be for resistances, basically the nopes in this game. So
okay.
whichever ones you have a point in at least is going to have. So I'm looking at the scout right now. So scout has points in hunt and survey, so they have 2 dice in insight, but they have 1 in prowess. So they get 1 dice there.
Oh, okay, I see.
And so
I
as
see.
you add stuff, that should update automatically.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I took command and battle.
Oh, don't put any in the. Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Command. So the vehicle actions are separate.
Oh,
okay.
oopsie.
Yeah. So make sure your points are in the top 3 sections there in the pilot actions.
Got it.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
adding it.
Okay.
Yeah, the bottom ones are for your mech.
And
or
maybe
all
command
the-
and prowl.
Yep.
There we are. Sweet.
Decisions.
everyone should have 6 points altogether so far.
Oh
in all
wait,
the-
maybe I'll do struggle instead of prowl since I'm the like piloty one.
Mm, yeah.
I'm not sneaky. Just
Nope,
punch.
not at all.
All right. Now there are 3 points for vehicle actions right away.
So we're going to continue on with these ones here. Back
Alright.
over on your left-hand side, we have some more narrative stuff. There's a history slot at L7. Where were you before you got involved in whatever war we have here? That's your history. Put 1 point into a pilot or vehicle action that expresses it.
Hmm. Is there a little inspirational table?
Yeah, but not on there. So the example histories in the book are academic, university professor, student, researcher, doctor, journalist, art, architect, sculptor, writer, composer, criminal, burglar, con artist, gang member, drug pusher, entertainment, actor, pop idol, athlete, live streamer, family, teenager, stay-at-home parent, PTA member, labor, farmer, factory worker, transport driver, miner, law, cop, lawyer, social worker, court clerk, military, cadet, quartermaster, deckhand, guerrilla, political, volunteer, propagandist, activist, spiritual, yogi, priest, psychologist, choir member, or in trade, a stock trader, cashier, banker, arms dealer, cashier, arms dealer, same thing.
Can I be an escaped gladiator?
Absolutely.
Got it. I was like,
I'm
maybe I'm
gonna-
like a race car driver or like some kind of previous hot shot.
Same thing. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a video. I was a video game designer.
Fantastic.
Nice.
I was just gonna be really boring and say I was a hacker as my, but then I was like, all right, let's not be quite so on the nose.
And then add a dot wherever you think that that would apply.
And I'm sorry, did you say only under vehicle or under pilot or vehicle?
It says it says put 1 point into a pilot or vehicle action that expresses it.
Oh, so it could be either.
Okay.
Battle.
I'm intrigued by architect as a background for this.
That's
game,
awesome.
but there's also, I love my tropes. There's no lines in Veil sheet up. Would it be a line or veil for any to have the classic, clergyman sniper?
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I'm
Go with
into
me.
it.
All right, I'm gonna roll me a D2, which means flipping a coin.
Hmm.
All right. And heads were an architect, tails were a preacher. That's an unintentional pun, but it works. All right. We are an architect today.
All right.
Destroy is gonna be mine that I'm gonna take.
I feel
Nice.
like maneuver works well because I was really good at hand-eye coordination playing video games.
Awesome.
Gonna take scan for this one as the architect.
Nice.
Yep.
My name is Fox Helsing. I decided.
Also, then on our sheet's name, is it our name or our character name?
I think that's the character name. Yeah, character name.
That's what I thought. I
and
just
call
wanted to
sign.
double check.
Yeah. So after we've got our history, the next one is how have you experienced the costs of war? This is your tragedy. Let's see if we can find some samples here. Okay, that's rough. Example tragedies. Hid in a mass grave. Lone
jeez.
survival of a militia. Friends started disappearing. Family killed as collateral damage. Orbital station home used as a kinetic weapon. Unwillingly experimented on by unethical researchers. That was mine. Exiled from homeland, falsely charged with a major crime, shown the lie of your own life, or participated in a failed coup or mutiny. Yeah, so this is like
Oh yeah,
how-
I want
how the
falsely
violence
charged.
of
I want
war
falsely
has affected
charged.
you.
Falsely charged. A major crime. This is how I got into gladiator pits.
Ooh, yeah.
orbital station home turned into a kinetic weapon. No one
Typical
ever
classic.
listened to the architects.
Yeah.
Classic.
Where does that point go?
There's no point for that one. That's just
Oh,
backstory
okay, cool.
stuff.
1 points. Give me more points.
I was thinking, is this appropriate for is it tragic enough? I was thinking maybe I was jailed for piracy, which is bullshit. Because like, come on, man, throwing me in jail for piracy.
Especially
we're just like the Suicide Squad. It sounds like
if it was piracy against like a military target, that's even better.
all of us are criminals,
Like
but
a-
now
yeah.
we're in special ops.
Yeah, maybe that was it. That could be it. Pirating some military technology
Yeah.
for my
Cool.
video game.
From your video game, yeah. Gotta get the realistic textures.
That's right. That mech HUD in my game was an actual military mech HUD.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Well, if you want to
Realistic.
do falsely charged with a crime, I'll switch mine. Since I'm already a
Well,
gladiator,
I was
I'm
thinking
gonna
I was
do, like,
actually
my home planet
like-
was invaded or something.
Yeah, I think like if the gladiator was framed or set up, that's different from actually being a hacker. That
I was
got
actually
caught.
put in jail for real. I mean, I did it. It wasn't falsely.
Oh, there we go. Just criminals.
Truly,
I was
a
actually
cutest.
caught doing crimes. They're bullshit crimes.
Awesome.
I think I might
So the
do
next
Home
one.
Planet Conquered and Destroyed.
Ooh, okay, cool.
I'm the last of my kind, so be nice to me.
Impressed into gladiatorial combat.
Yeah.
Great. The next one is your opening. That is what you were doing after your tragedy, but before you joined up with this squad. And then you can put a point into a vehicle or a pilot action that expresses that.
Gladiating.
Gladiating. Let's see.
Never heard that as a verb before, but I love it.
Example.
Would you like
openings.
to gladiate this afternoon?
Example openings are building a custom vehicle from spare parts, avoiding people with long voyage transport jobs, studying military strategy, catching deserters as a bounty hunter, stuck in prison for petty crimes, driving a taxi in areas autocars can't navigate, tending to the needs of an admiral as their valet, getting by as a sex worker, shuffling papers at a cubicle farm, same thing, serving drinks in a rundown bar.
Starting riots in the gladiatorial ring.
Architect, whose orbital station home was turned into a weapon. This guy's a saboteur.
Yeah.
I was selling only the finest quality fake IDs.
I should not be hanging out with these criminals.
You guys are bad for me.
I'm
I
an
can get you-
honest gladiator.
I can get you a great forged ID. It has
Everyone
the
I know is
electronic
dead.
chip in it and everything.
Everyone I know and love.
And this goes into vehicle points, yeah?
This can go into either one.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. What's my opening?
Mm.
What? I mean, I'm kind of. What is? I'm trying to figure out how to ask this. Consort and sway.
Mhm.
I mean, I understand, but like,
So
give me an
consort
example
is trying to get someone to do something just by like hanging out, being buddies. And sway is trying to like convince someone or intimidate them or persuade them somehow.
Gotcha.
Like if you're trying to like get information about a guy or something, you can consort and go have a drink with the guy who knows stuff about it, or you can get the guy in an alley and get him to tell you one way or the other.
Which one do you think is more equated to social hacking?
Consort. Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, good. I'm glad somebody has some social skills. My social skills are command. We're just gonna
I can do it.
Do this.
do this thing.
As became the catchphrase in a game of Cyborg I played on the weekend, crowbars are an excellent means of persuasion.
That is true.
I'm really good with people. They do everything I tell them to do,
Nice.
or else.
And then the last one of those is your drive. Where is the drive?
The drive.
Drive is down on B45.
You sank my battleship.
Your drive is what do you hope to change in the world?
Hmm.
Hmm.
And I do not have. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, okay. Example drives. Kill the man responsible for destroying my hometown. Become a famous pop idol.
That one's mine.
Get a high-ranking position in the military. Build a horse ranch far away from the war. Develop a weapon that could end the war, or make sure that my friends will have a good life. Those are examples.
Sorry, which one did you claim, Nick?
Oh, I think some of my backstory is that my home planet was destroyed. So mine's gonna be get revenge.
Oh, I thought you said the pop star one.
Oh no. Popstar one is very tempting though.
Hmm.
Yeah, those are just examples. You can pick whatever you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I would do. I don't know. Yeah, very famous.
And after this, you can put 3 points in your vehicle actions as well. Those are the bottom two. There's battle, which is fighting, destroy, which is destroying stuff, maneuvering, which is maneuvering your vehicle. Bombard is attacking from a distance. Manipulating is by using your vehicle to, you might have hands to grab stuff, or a crane or tentacles or whatever. And scan is using your systems to see what's up. I think everyone should have 10 points after that.
So many boxes on this.
Still trying to figure out my drive exactly.
Sorry, there's 3 points from drive.
The 3 points for a vehicle are separate from the drive.
Oh jeez.
That's just-
Okay.
yeah.
But is there something from drive as well?
Nope, that's just you'll get
Okay.
these drive clocks. Those will be
Got
like
you.
ways you get XP.
I feel like this is kind of boring, but it keeps coming. I just feel like my guy really wants to make enough money to be comfortable.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
that's totally legit.
just want to be able to do my art.
Just don't have to worry about money, you know? That's
At least now I can stop suffering and write my symphony. My guy wants to kill the person responsible for using, his home station as collateral damage in the war here.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's bring a little expanse into this.
Oh yeah.
My poor little guy's some kind of weird mashup of like Amos Miller and Prax. I love it.
and you said we distribute 3 vehicle dots, correct?
Yeah. And so at the end of that, you should have 10 dots altogether. If you don't, make sure that you do.
Sorry, 10 between pilot and vehicles total?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Huh. Well, damn. So
if you
now
don't
I have 11, so
Oh,
how
yeah,
did I
that's
mess
fine.
that
That's
up?
probably okay. I probably messed something up in there somewhere. Everyone take 11 points. Since we're doing a short term.
Yeah, give me
take an
the
extra
points.
point.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 more.
11 points.
Yeah, make sure you have at least 3 in your vehicles.
All right, so
I
put
think you've
a
added 3.
minimum of 3. Put a minimum of 3 new points into vehicles, and
Yeah.
then spend the rest wherever.
Yeah, just make sure you have 11 points all around.
Wait.
Including the ones our play sheet came with, right?
Yeah, including those.
Oh, okay. We're not putting in 11 additional points. This is just
No. Just a checksum. Make sure we have them all.
1,000 more points.
8, 9, 10, 11. But bam.
Max them all
we're
out.
done.
I don't study.
And the next one is the hardest part. And that is choosing your special ability. And to make it even harder, I'm gonna let everyone can pick 2 special abilities.
What?
Probably not gonna get to advance much, so it'll be fun to play a little bit
Wow.
more.
Challenge accepted.
Well,
Hit the XP button, hit the XP button.
hit the XP button. What's the spark economy like?
So the spark is basically just like your special armor, basically, that you can spend to do special effects, usually with your ability. So, looking at the where is it?
Yeah. My pressing question is to determine the special abilities. What's the economy of it? What's the recharge? What's the scarcity or not scarcity of having sparks?
Yeah, basically your spark, I think you can use basically once per mission.
Okay.
So like the scout focused ability, instead of marking stress or whatever it is, instead of marking stress, you can mark your spark to push yourself, get extra dice.
Okay, so taking that ability would be effectively it's a once per session thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the part I think I have a very tenuous grasp on from from what we played, but we'll make it work.
I mean, just pick any 2 of these.
What? Sorry, where are we?
After you make sure you have 11 dots, pick 2 special abilities from the list in the middle.
In the middle.
Right under your title, your playbook title.
V5.
Oh, thank you. Got it.
Right.
Meat is cheap, save the metal.
I threw all my points into my vehicle.
Woo!
Nice.
Wow.
I'm the pilot. We're gonna fucking wreck some shit.
Nice.
Your comment. Oh, I could have a transformer. What? Oh, the special ability is called More Than Meets the Eye.
Yep.
What does when you push yourself mean? I'm guessing that's some kind of game mechanic.
Yeah, so pushing is basically when you make a roll, you can mark off 2 stress to add an extra die. It's a bit like like a boost.
And that's what pushing yourself is?
Yeah. No personality, all vehicle.
I also could tell people what to do. So mindset, one of mine says to gain the tragedy. Is that in addition to the one I had?
Ooh, yeah. So gain the tragedy, seeks violence. And then when you defeat a worthy foe, heal 2 stress. Awesome. Yeah, so just you
Just
can
add it to the one I have.
yeah, put it, or you can put it underneath or something.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Scooch those boxes together. Boom, there you go.
Kabam.
Seeks violence.
It suits me, but
Oh, so yeah, cool. Oh, sounds great. So we got there. Got you there. Awesome. So let's see. Our ace has bloodlust. Gain a tragedy seeks violence, and when you defeat a worthy foe in battle, you heal 2 stress. That's nice. Red Comet, you have a reputation as a pilot of great skill, whether earned fairly or not. When you try to impress or dismay someone using your reputation, take an extra die. When you reveal yourself with a dramatic action, those around you are briefly stunned. Nice. Our hacker has compel. You can interface with augmented reality to force a nearby app or proxy to obey a command you give it. And those are, I think those are things that are embedded in mechs, so that's going to be a good time. You can always distinguish between reality and the AR created by a program you summon. And Matrix Mind, you're always aware of apps and proxies in your present. It takes 1D when you gather information about them. Awesome. And our scout has sharpshooter. When you push yourself, when you push yourself, comma, in addition to the normal benefits, that took me a while to figure out when I played scout. So basically, when you push yourself, you can also do one of the following: make a ranged attack at extreme distance beyond what's normal, or unleash a barrage of rapid fire to suppress the enemy, or ricochet a shot off to hit a target indirectly. Super sweet. Also, Ranger, when you gather information to locate a target, you get +1 effect. When you hide in a prepared position and use camouflage, you get +1d to rolls to avoid detection. Sweet. Those are all really cool. Great. So after that, so write down your name and pronouns and your look. Don't put your call sign in yet. Because we will have your squad mates pick your call sign for you.
Nice.
And look is just, basic first impressions.
Dazzling.
So
Such a good name.
Just name and look. Is that
name, pronouns, and look.
Yeah, sorry, I already had pronouns in there.
So cool. Rest of squad. What do you think a good call sign is for Fox Helsing, our ace?
Nice.
Look at the rest of their shade here.
Would you like to know about me?
Used to be a gladiator.
Yeah.
I have devilish good looks and constant smirking.
But what about your character?
That's my entire character. I'm very good at what I do. I was a gladiator. My home planet was destroyed, but I'm trying to find my twin.
Ooh.
It's kind of my drive. I think that they also survived.
The one that jumped to mind was, for me, was Impulse.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. How about Cam Reed, our hacker?
Oh, casual scruffy. Down for privacy. How
Former
about
game designer.
Tweak? Joystick.
Tweak is fun. I'm always partial to the one syllable call signs. I like tweak or stick.
Tweak.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
They're all good.
Any of these sound good to you, Heath?
All sound good. I let you up since.
I like Tweak is really good.
All right, Tweak it is.
And Jack Miller, our scout.
Oh, Jack Miller, our most wholesome person.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he's always got, one side of his head shaved, permanent facial scruff, always, always wearing some form of, the Under Armour that you wear under your pilot suit or body armor or whatever. And he is never without his rifle, even during downtime. It's just,
I love the Expanse vibes. It's good.
Awesome.
yeah, former architect. Home was destroyed by people with no respect for architecture. A professional saboteur, and his drive is, I already forgot, to kill the person responsible for using the station as a weapon.
Mm.
But most importantly, I think the main thing is just never without his rifle, even during downtime. It's a little weird.
Mm.
He's probably constantly spouting weird facts about architecture that don't even matter to the
I know.
immediate.
I want it to be like an architecture term. I was like, blueprint is too long.
I don't know. I mean,
Schematics.
I don't
think-
think blueprint's too long.
I like Blueprint.
Yeah, blueprint.
Cool. Blueprint
Yeah,
it
he's
is.
making plans. I like it. It's got
Making
layers.
plans, yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy
150 words only architects use. Is this?
I feel like 2 syllables still works.
I
3
mean,
syllables might start,
pastiche.
I mean,
Facade.
if you want to be
Oh,
like,
facade is really
friend-
good.
the
Facade is
friendly
good.
ribbing here would be square, like the square used for drafting, but also square.
Square. Facade might be good. Charrette.
Facade shortened to face, maybe. But yeah,
OSHA. I'm kidding.
OSHA.
Not OSHA.
Blueprint's really fun. I also
Yeah.
I
Cool.
dig
I'm fine with
Blueprint.
blueprint.
Blueprint it is.
Feels good.
Like also
Cool.
something bloop.
Bloopy. Next up is connections down on B50. So in each of those pilot name sections, put the name of the other pilots. So basically it's a pilot name and then the beliefs underneath. And so you'll have 2 of those filled out. And then tick the top box in the beliefs thing and add 1 belief that you personally have about that other pilot.
Yes.
right.
Oh, I see. That's in the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes when they
put
put dark backgrounds on the square, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
not for writing in.
that's just a header.
That's a header. Okay, we got Cam Reed and Jack Miller. Miller.
And doesn't really give examples, but it's a good belief is something that a pilot might say about their squad mate to a confidant, easily summarized, potentially true, or something that you're interested in exploring with that character.
All right.
And the catch is if a pilot struggles because of one of the beliefs that you have with your fellow pilots, you mark XP.
Okay.
So we're putting 1 belief under each person?
Yeah, put 1 belief and then check the box next to it.
Okay.
Oh, and check the box.
Yeah,
Just by, again,
Yeah.
copy, paste a dot.
yeah. I'll
Copy.
just put an X in it. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll fill in yellow if you get an X in it. What's up with Cam Reed? Shifty fella.
I can tell you that Cam thinks Fox is too rash.
Yeah, I think you're too
And-
careful.
And that Jack, Jack is questionably trustworthy. I'm not Sir Jackson. You know,
I put that Jack's gonna get us all killed.
Jack's sneaky, likes to do things be a
That's
long range. I
amazing.
just don't know. I'm afraid Jack might shoot me in the back if I.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Hey,
gonna say
Jack.
Cam thinks too much.
They're gonna get me all killed is a fantastic belief because they're
That
gonna
is great.
kick that one all the time.
Thinks too
Jen?
much. They're gonna get us all killed.
hmm,
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say Cam thinks too much.
I'd say Jack thinks Fox secretly has a soft, gooey interior under the battle lust.
Never.
Fantastic.
I don't know how else to phrase that right now, so I'm literally just going to type secretly has a soft.
Heart of
No, that's
gold.
great. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
that's
Oh,
great.
heart of gold. There, thank you. That's
I
better.
don't know. I like
I
gooey
like,
better.
yeah, soft gooey
Gooey
interior is
is
fantastic.
good.
We'll keep it. Fox is like, a Cadbury egg.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm all chocolate.
I feel like even in a best scenario where you're
Almonds.
combining the two, it would still have to be heart of goo.
There you go. I think, yeah. Jack thinks that Cam is that Cam's secretly like amassing money to some so that what's Cam's pronoun so that he can use it to stab the rest of the squad in the back at some point. Or I'll just say amassing
Fuck you,
money
money.
with ulterior motives.
Oh,
Nice.
Because your drive is to make enough money to quit, right? To get out of the
Mhm.
life. So let's do.
That is a motive.
Yeah.
You just want to make like above the poverty line.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with let's flip that. Believe you have an ulterior motive for making money.
Mhm.
That's
Nobody
great.
is that wholesome.
Exactly.
Sick.
I don't know why
Okay.
you think that. Just because I've been jailed for for various things and sold fake
Fraud.
IDs, and I'm a very trustworthy guy.
Yeah.
let's
Always looking for an angle.
do. Cool. So touch a couple other things on here. So we've got that stress and scars track on lines 12 and 13. Stress is trouble. Stress is what's going to happen when things happen. That happens when you push yourself. You can spend stress to do flashbacks during missions, so you can be like, oh yeah, I totally set this up beforehand, so now I can do this thing. When you assist other pilots, you can use stress for that. When you get consequences, you can spend stress to negate those consequences, resist them. And some special abilities use stress. I don't know if you all have any of them. When you hit your max stress, so when you get 9 stress, you'll take a scar. Basically, you drop out of the scene and you'll take a scar. There are some example scars down there. And those scars are, I think, after you hit 4 scars, that's your character's out. It's unlikely you'll do that in the next 2 sessions. But scars are also
Challenge
great
accepted.
because when you struggle with a scar during or when a scar becomes relevant in a mission, mark XP. So that's really good.
Can stress be reduced, or is it just is your clock?
Yeah, so stress goes up during a mission, and then you can do stuff to reduce it during downtime.
Okay.
There are very few occasions where where it reduces during missions, but that's generally the
Except for me, bloodlust.
info. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. When you face a foe,
Stress relief.
super cool about it.
With murder.
Murder.
When I defeat a worthy foe, I get to heal 2 stress. Nice.
Nice. We'll talk about XP when we get it. Actions. Great. So I think this is for the pilot part. Let's look at the squad. Protected squad. Cool. Squad creation. So we're gonna choose a patron faction. There's a bunch of factions in here.
There's so many.
Yeah.
They have great
there's-
names.
There's so many factions. It's ridiculous.
The raccoons.
I think
Doctors Beyond
I
Stars.
mean, if we're like just a bunch of reckless, hard-hitting trash pandas,
Mhm. I was thinking maybe you are
Rubble runs.
like mercenaries that are hired by corporate interests. I have a fun
well,
There's like a
corporation.
Doctors Without Borders here, Doctors Beyond Stars. Like maybe we pretend to be.
I'm cool for going with the mercenaries angle. There's
Yeah.
a lot of place to play within that.
Okay.
Cool. So the patron faction, the where is it here?
Discrete
It is going to be
Resolutions
a
is one of the possible Corpo squad names.
corporatocracy. So it's going to get you more resources as your mission reward. So the faction doesn't necessarily own the squad, but it does hire you out and give you orders for stuff. So let's see. Set our relationships with all factions to 0. Great. Create an NPC who's the squad's direct superior. Sorry, what's that? Direct superior. It's gonna be
Aerith.
Lance Walker. Lance Walker.
Oh god damn Lance.
Texas Ranger?
Project manager.
Walker, project manager.
Lance Walker.
Starring Jared Padalecki.
Covert project manager. Cool.
Could we have a quick break?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll go through.
Or wait
Yeah.
or wait if there's like a good moment soon.
No, that's good.
We'll.
It's a good time.
There's a
less.
few more things here, so yeah, let's
Okay.
do 5 is good.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I just need 5.
I want to
yeah,
try to
let's
set
about it.
something up real quick. I'm excited about.
Nice.
Do it. Cool. We'll see y'all in 5.
God damn. Fuck.
You are not muted, by the way.
Oh, thank you. No big deal. Just playing with some toys over here.
Bunny, 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 bunny.
Funny.
Okay, time to get in the mech, buddy. Oops, sorry, buddy. I scared you.
The Mecha Bunny.
Mecha bunny. Little man. Stuff in your eyes. Come here.
Mm. Mecha Bunny has places to be.
He has to be a loaf.
Mm.
Part of you is blending into the background, man.
You know. Stealth Mecha Bunny. Very
Stealth.
fitting.
All right, so I'm back. Let me see.
Little man.
I'm going entirely too far down a rabbit hole.
That's a pun. It's a rabbit.
Bunny hole.
I have a friend who has a black and white cat, and every single time we game together, the cat crashes the game and will not leave until he like picks him up and rocks him like a baby. He'll come and start, just getting in the camera, chewing on headset and stuff. He just wants to be rocked like a baby. Oh, he's a funny
Yeah.
soul.
Bunny just comes and wants pets on the nose.
And only the nose.
These are my cheeks, right?
that's-
Like cheeks. Just don't
There
stop.
we go. I had to go down the rabbit hole of setting up a dual layer
Oh,
Mech.
whoa.
background via OBS virtual cam and then set up my green
your
screen. Like, what am I doing?
Serious.
Suddenly got 10 times more complicated than
What's
just
it
using
like
a
to
regular
be he?
background. Yes, welcome to life in my brain.
Is Bunny free roam around the house? Oh,
It's
Except for sub rooms, which are its favorite rooms.
the rooms with vulnerable chords.
Right?
that was going to be my next question. Cable management with free roam Bunny.
Yeah.
Does Bunny chew on any cables?
Oh, yeah. As often as
Yeah.
possible. Spicy
Tasty.
snacks are the best snacks.
Tasty cables.
Yeah. Cables and furniture and doors.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good life.
Mm.
Give it kisses. Kisses. I can make your little grunts. Little baby.
Snort.
Ampersand is going to be playing Fox Helsing,
Nice.
Maverick Pilot.
Ampersand starring as the mech.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Got a rabbit-shaped mech. That's cool.
Rabbit Mac.
Uh,
So cute.
your direct superior here tells me to pick squads that like and do not like them in particular. So I've added some status with some other corporate squads with them. So the next step is going to be choosing a goal for the squad, or for the choose a goal for the patron faction. Possible options are assaulting a foe, divided they fall, golden streets, hearts and minds, hostile takeover, intelligence coup, manufacture heroes, or secure the border. Wow, interesting. I don't remember doing this part before. Let's see, where is that on the character sheets? In the faction. Oh yeah, there it is. Faction goal. Let's see. Stealing. Stealing. Is there a drop down for it? Of course, there's not. That would be cool. Let's see. Intelligence coup. Basically stealing information from the enemy. Assaulting a foe. Softening up a specific region. Divided they fall. Manipulate the enemy's plans. hearts and minds, change the popular opinion of a faction in a manner that benefits your patron faction. Golden Streets is improve the patron faction supply situation. Hostile Taker is deny the enemy supplies. Manufacture heroes act against a specific squad at least 2 tiers higher. You can place it. Oh, so like attacking people too powerful for you, or secure the borders, taking corrective measures to protect the patron faction. So do you all pick that, or do I pick that? Let me see.
Is this
It
to
says choose a
basically
goal.
choose the is this basically choosing what our mission is?
Basically, it's like what the overall goal of the like your faction is doing, and then that'll trickle down into mission. Yeah.
I want to say you choose that one. I like a surprise every now and then.
Yeah. I think.
You think, ampersand?
Let's see. And these all kind of come with. Oh, okay. So these all come with like special abilities too. Interesting. Hostile takeover.
You're mad at me?
I think I'm gonna go with intelligence
Sorry.
coup. I think that's fun. And that
Yeah.
gives you all the special ability. Once per session, a pilot can spend 2 stress to ask the GM a question. The GM must answer honestly.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, say that again. What you just the last thing you said?
So I added the faction goal, intelligence coup, and that gives you the benefit of Big Brother. Once per session, a pilot can spend 2 stress to ask the GM a question. We answer honestly. Cool. So that is that part. We have a squad playbook. Great. Choose an initial squad reputation. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Reputation. There are specific reputations. Where are they? Ambitious, amoral, honorable, professional, menacing, daring, savvy, subtle, strange, destructive. And basically, you get XP at the end of the session by living up to your reputation.
Nice.
What do y'all think?
Professional.
We're nothing if not professional.
We are nothing if not professional. I always love how much narrative wiggle room there is within professional.
You can do that. Y'all go to professional?
Yep. Love it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Makes sense being mercs as well.
Yeah. Great.
Pros.
The pilots spend most of their time between missions at their forward operating base, or FOB. This is a compound that provides the squad with resources and support and has relatively little oversight from the patron faction. This is your home, basically your secret hideout. Example FOBs are a car dealership, a border outpost, a mine, an old armory, a crashed space station, a church, a volcano, orbital platform, forest, amusement park, and so on.
Would it be Jack's crashed station?
That might be
that'd be-
cool.
Hey.
I'm here for it.
All right. What was the name of the station?
There's no reason not to keep going with my ripoffs. It was called it's Series Station. That's easy. That's quick and easy. CERES.
Series.
Or like cereal station.
Oh, that would be a good way to get him pissed off. If you need to pick a fight for narrative purposes.
Where was the what's the name of the planet the station was orbiting?
Yeah, Jupiter.
Never heard of it.
Let's make up a planet that doesn't exist, because Jupiter.
Yeah.
I think the solar system is not a thing in this one, maybe, but
All right. There's Ilus, ILUS. Again, let's just keep ripping off stuff from existing fiction. It's easy.
actually, planet Atlas. Fantastic.
Most fiction is fan fiction.
Mhm.
It works for Shakespeare, it works for us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Squad ability. That's under special abilities on V5.
Being awesome.
Let's
Right.
go ahead and pick 2 of those too, just to give us some fun stuff to play with.
Is this under redacted or under factions and squads?
This is under redacted.
Okay.
Oh,
redacted.
okay. I
Gotcha.
was on the wrong tab. Lance Walker. Photography.
And what are we looking at now? The special ability?
Special abilities, yeah. Let's
Gotcha.
take 2 of those just to have fun.
Immediate vote for dire needs.
Hmm.
ROE would I assume be rules of engagement.
Yes.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, that's
Love
like
it.
do it. Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm in for that.
Pick that one. What else do we get?
Ooh, no traces. What's up with
So
that?
good. I did
An
like no
Operation
trace.
Quiet or make it look like an accident. You get half the rep value of the target instead of 0.
That synergizes really nicely with dire needs.
Yeah. You
So
want to go with
if
that?
I'm understanding no traces, it means like trying to make it look like a accident instead of a hit.
Yeah.
All right. I'll vote for that one.
All right. Cool.
They all look great.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I think I'm also like playing very simply this time.
I'm also
I'm like-
I'm curious to see
I'm like,
When
I don't
we-
want to make
whenever-
any poisons.
whenever we start a new game, it's always interesting when you don't really know the game yet. Because
Mhm.
I'm interested to see how we make it look like an accident when we're rampaging around in mechs.
Whoopsie.
I don't know anything about the mechanics yet.
I mean,
My
the other
brain is
option
like,
is when you keep an operation quiet, which means that the the report doesn't get out. So we've got options.
The other
I
thing
like
you're gonna
it.
get, so there's this huge list of squad upgrades over here on the left side. You get a couple of those as well.
Nice.
How about each one of you pick one of those? You already have training ones picked. Just pick what sounds fun. I think they've all got a little hover over things
Oh.
here.
Well, I'm taking Hack Lab, you know it.
Whoa, typical on brand. I am still trying to find where we are. Sorry.
We are on the section that starts at B16 on the redacted tab.
B16.
Yeah, squad upgrades.
Oh,
Yeah.
right in front of me.
Yep.
Sorry, I missed that
If
one.
you
Upgrades.
mouse over them, it's what they do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Trophies room.
I'm taking the loyal bar. You
Nice.
get +1D to gather information about the current or upcoming mission.
Nice.
And all eyes, your ears on the eyes and streets are always on the eyes and ears on the streets are always on the lookout for you. So
Trophy room. Pilot whip.
Woody
Okay.
room.
A room for our trophies.
Where's that?
Right in the middle there.
Rep, trust, and heart. Hi,
31I.
buddy.
Oh, Rep Trust.
Hi.
Gotcha. Trophies.
What should we pick?
Trophies room +1 rep per mission.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe that's us. Although fashion person a lot. Okay, engagement room. Oh wait, we don't want our words to get around though. Although that's a fun tension with the other one. Like,
I mean,
our
but you do
word
have
getting around versus making it look like an accident.
a reputation because you get hired. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so it can still make sense.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not necessarily a word of exactly that mission getting around, just
Yeah.
that in general, we get shit done.
Yeah, I like a trophy room. That feels
Nice.
very for me.
Cool. And again, the hardest part: pick a name for your redacted squad.
Oh,
Oh, I thought redacted was our name.
No, that's the class basically. That's
Got you. Got you.
it's a good classified name.
Sorry, just Just,
I mean, is certain reason we can't just steal one from the factions and squads page?
Yeah. I mean, those are other factions and squads that are going to be. But if you pick one, we'll just not use that one because I doubt we're going to hit all of them in the next couple
Is
sessions.
I've just been eyeing discrete resolutions from the oligarchy faction. But again,
Discrete resolution.
I like the idea of, was it
I'm just thinking of what I said in our chat the other day about night things.
Like things.
night things.
That's fun
What was
too.
it you were saying before, Nick, about the raccoons?
like that there was one named raccoons.
It's very cool.
But I like the idea of it being a euphemism, like friendly fire or
Mhm.
Collateral damage.
collateral to, yeah, something that like is actually way worse, and it's like night because we're very professional and corporate,
Mhm.
but like very nasty underneath.
Mm.
What are good business terms? What are business
Hostile
terms?
Synergy.
Synergy.
Showtime synergy.
Sometimes synergy. Incentivize, deliverable,
Oh
Pizza
God.
party.
Quarterly
Deliverables.
profits.
ROI. Oh, we could be
Oh, ROI is really good.
Well,
on
that's
That's pretty
investment.
damn
There we go.
good.
That is
Yeah.
great.
There it is.
ROI. There we are. So professional.
ROI.
I know business words.
I
That's
can
great.
see our squad of assorted smartasses constantly coming up with a different, when someone else like, oh, what's that stand for? Coming up with a different thing.
I was just thinking the exact same thing about how like
Raccoons on ice.
we have our own constant definitions of what that actually stands for.
Yeah.
All right. I think that takes care of. We're not going to worry about tier hold any of that stuff right now. Let's pick enemies and allies over on the upper right hand corner.
Everybody loves us.
AP1. So pick one of these to be your ally and one to be your enemy. There's Cetrad, a vicious teacher, Beanfield, a proxy hunter, Bellamy, an agile CEO, or Heat, a slow hacker.
I would like. I don't know why. Why do I do know why? I was attracted to Bellamy as an ally because
Yeah.
I like Matt Bellamy of the band Muse.
Is that good with everyone?
But a good CEO, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Very
Agile CEO.
I'm fascinated by the concept of a slow hacker as one of our arch enemies. That if our whole thing is we're trying to just get the job done as fast as possible,
like,
why do
fuck.
we keep getting tripped up by someone who goes slow and steady?
And it kind of makes sense. I imagine me and him.
not detectable.
I imagine he and I are probably kind of like
Mhm.
arch enemies or like
Yep.
rivals or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Keep
So
patient.
these enemies and rivals are different things in this game.
Oh,
And enemies are like you can still like use them as a contact to be like, hey,
well, that still makes sense.
asshole, can we
Yeah.
tell me about this thing? Whereas a rival is like another pilot that you have a special rivalry with that like special things happen with.
And it looks like we each have individual allies and enemies
Yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah, are they down at bottom?
Oh my gosh.
Where are they?
So
There's so
it's
many
on the
things.
playbook page at was that like AP 42 or something like that?
AP 42. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
So remind me, so enemies are
So allies and enemies are both just like people that you can contact.
right.
all right. I'm gonna make a journalist my ally. And a
Sycamore.
fucking pilot is my enemy.
Are we picking one of each right now?
Yeah, pick one of each. Go ahead.
Oh, so we
Or
do our
maybe a
own personal ones too.
smuggler.
Yeah.
All right. The eager mortician is my ally, and Layla, the humane tracker, is my enemy.
I love it.
Can you tell me what is a proxy versus an AI?
Excellent question. Let me do some quick searching through the rulebook.
Like I have all these things that I feel like are terms I should know, like a curious proxy, a focused pirate, a secretive AI,
Proxy.
a vile page.
No,
I don't know what
proxy.
any of those are.
Gather. Proxy. Proxy
I
hunter.
have a squire as one of my possibles. So squire page, I'm assuming
Oh.
someone's trying to do a riff on like the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout, but just kind of like vibing it.
Proxies. Proxies are almost a necessity in the highly digitized world of Puzzle.net. They are personal assistants that manage the user's daily digital chores and are the most common form of app.
Okay.
Unlike programs, proxies can act on their own initiative based on its understanding of. So her basically is a proxy.
Alexa is a proxy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think all right. I think that's my ally. I have my own basically an Alexa. A curious proxy.
Gather, what's the weather today?
Yeah. And I think Zine, the secretive AI, is my enemy.
AIs are the most complex of digital entities. They're broad and deep, massively powerful, both in the physical and digital world. Cool.
I think Zine doesn't like that basically, you know, since I'm a hacker, I'm always altering AIs and things. And
with access to email accounts, an AI could create an alliance between 3 different squads by sending them the right messages at the right time. Alternatively, it could induce people to murder each other during a meeting of those squads.
And we were picking one of each, right? One ally, one enemy.
Yeah.
I love that you have a focused pirate on yours, though.
I know.
Focused pirate.
A focused pirate.
Guys, my ADHD drugs are gonna last for so long. I have to get this job done.
I almost wanted to pick Vile Page just because it was the one I had the least grasp on. I was like, I don't even know what that would be. Let's find out.
Be anything.
Could be anything. Alrighty. Next up in our cavalcade of character creation is creating your vehicle.
Oh yeah. Pew pew pew.
Mechs are called AWVs in this game. AWVs, armored weapon vehicles or something. They're just mechs. Cool. So on all the vehicle stuff starts down on line 23. It says choose your vehicle's look and its name, its model and manufacturer. In the book, there's a bunch of ones.
Which book is that? I have it. I'm all downloaded.
It's just the Beam Saber core book in the drive folder I sent from Dropbox. But if you just want to make one up, that's cool. We're not
cool.
Beholden to lore.
I'll put the Dropbox in the chat again in case it's
cool. Thank you.
Not...
I'm actually gonna steal what I think was one of Nick's other good possible call signs for me and make my vehicle joystick.
Yes.
Nice. Instead of reading these, I'm gonna just drop a bunch of look stuff.
Thank you. Vehicle.
Beam Saber is a fiction-first game. Your look impacts the fiction when overcoming challenges, but doesn't have strict mechanical benefits.
Good.
So if you like trying to climb stairs or trying to climb mountainous terrain, treads might not be the best. But if you can have flying vehicles and so on.
My manufacturer and model is, I'm just making it up, is it's a NeuroShock VX42.
Excellent.
Classic.
Classic.
And for look, I'm going with Sleek, futuristic, and pimped out with sweet ass lights.
I think I'm thinking about Cosmo Knights.
Mhm.
Maybe one of mine would look like.
So it sounds like those are both just bipedal regular dude mechs.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm going for the bipedal industrial arms, armored but with an open cockpit, very much like loader / exoskeleton kind of.
Nice.
My guy's a sniper. And
Oh,
relies
maybe
on-
mine's
Oh,
more
there
like a
you go.
bird.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
just saw your chat. Let's see.
Oh,
Warrior.
In the other game, mine is like a dog with tentacles
Oh,
that come,
shit,
come off
yeah.
its shoulders. With a big
I
sniper
like
rifle on the
these.
back.
Oh, this is good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also pick your over on AE38. There's vehicle gear, light, medium, or heavy. Basically, that is going to say how many things you can pick during your mission, like equipment wise, but also affects like fictional stuff. So if you pick a light mech, you're going to be faster and easier to move and dodge and stuff, but you're going to have less equipment. Whereas a heavy mech, you're just be like in it, but you have all sorts of shit.
I'm going medium.
Where's that? Where's that?
That is AF38. And that one, your pilot gear can change between missions, but your vehicle gear is basically saying like what the size of your mech is, and that can change.
So, what would be the difference in mobility between hover and anti-grav?
Anti-grav sounds like it's more of a flyer than like a hovercrafty kind of thing. One of the mechs in our other game is a blimp.
I definitely feel like I want tentacles because that's just cool.
Sorry, and the class of mech, light, medium, or heavy, that determines how many points we get.
That determines how many pieces of equipment or weapons or whatever you can pick during the mission. You don't pick those now. You'll pick them like as you need them in the mission.
Oh, so right now I'm just choosing which class of mech I want.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and then during missions like, oh, I need a flamethrower, so I'm gonna say that I have a flamethrower now.
All right.
Definitely have a high-tech head, that's for sure. And we don't have to like pick one of each of those, right? Those are all just
No.
It's
just that's just things that you could be.
Yeah. I mean, I have an idea in my head. Just want to make sure I don't need to write down every single detail.
PDF is hard to select from. Can I put some pictures in the chat? I don't. Hey, I can. Hey, look at that. Much easier.
Oh, sweet.
So after you pick your look, you're gonna pick 4 quirks for your mech as well, and you'll put them in the 4 quirk slots there.
I see.
Every vehicle starts with 4 quirks, which are probably common to that vehicle's model. You can eventually figure out more quirks. Each quirk has 2 descriptors that determine when the quirk can be used. These descriptors show how the pilot can push the vehicle in just the right way to get more out of it. If the vehicle has the roaring fast quirk, for example, the pilot can push the vehicle for more speed and noise. when selecting a description, make sure that at least one of them can be interpreted as a disadvantage because struggling with your quirks provides XP at the end of your session.
The quirk you just mentioned in that example,
Mhm.
I don't see on this list.
Yeah, these are just examples. You can make them whatever you want.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks. I thought I was picking from that list. I
No,
got it.
no,
Oh, okay.
those are examples. And so once per roll, a pilot can exhaust a quirk to push your vehicle for extra dice, improved effect, and so on. Effect.
So we're picking 4, you said?
Yeah. And quirks also kind of act as stress. So if you use all 4 quirks, then a couple bad things could happen.
Mm.
But sometimes you want to do that. Sometimes they explode.
I'm sorry, I was very busy just doing my look. I'm catching up to quirks now.
Yeah.
So they need to be something that like
So basically,
could be
quirks are
helpful or-
that they are helpful and potentially disadvantageous. So the example
Yeah,
was
okay.
the roaring speed. So like, oh, you could go really fast, but you'll be loud. And the reason you want it to be a disadvantage is because when you struggle with a quirk, you can mark XP at the end of a mission or session.
Okay, cool.
So it's like, oh, I pushed it and it was really loud, but someone spotted us. Great, that sucks for your pilot, but also you get XP.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty much the core cycle of it's like, oh, this sucks for you, but you get XP for it. You got PTSD, but you get XP.
Mhm.
Excellent. Quirks chosen.
Nice.
I made one of my quirks showy peacock.
That's funny because I have customizable light patterns, which is a similar. I figure the problem might be that like, nah, I guess I can probably turn them off, but I don't like to, and so stealth not the best. It's like RGB mech coming at you, but I might blind you with hypnotic patterns. I can do cool stuff. Light it up red and green for Christmas. Match my outfit. So many possibilities. Yeah, I tried to pick everything that could either be interpreted positively or negatively, so it could go either way. Like cutting edge, that's great. Also means usually more
Also-
problems and possible breakdowns. And by hidden features, I figured what I meant was like, it kind of goes along with like bioengineered as well. Like it looks very since I have tentacles and stuff, it doesn't look like jerky and mechanical. It looks more almost like a creature.
Right.
And like a lot of the features are hidden, you know, like if it has like the weapons probably aren't obvious, like just big missile launchers mounted on his shoulders, but things that like, you know, raise up, you know, from within and are concealed within the structure of the unit.
Mhm.
I think you would probably, in one word, describe my mech as over-engineered.
Just like Tweak. It's almost like our mix are extensions of our personality.
Imagine that.
Cool. Do we have all of our quirks picked out?
Okay, now I got him.
Okay. Oh, let me
Inspired
see.
by Star Trek.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. Did that. I think that's everything character creation wise. So there's that stuff we need to do. Cool. I think we did it.
Yay.
Awesome. So let's go. Let's just go down the line and do an overall introduction of our pilots. And then we'll take a 5-minute break and then get a mission briefing. How about that?
Sounds
Scary.
good.
Cool. Let's start with our ace. Tell us all about
right.
yourself.
I'm Fox Helsing, call sign Impulse. I use they, them pronouns. I'm known for my devilish good looks and constant smirking. My history is that my home planet named Clax was conquered and destroyed, and as a result of that, I was impressed into gladiatorial service for a while, which is where I got some of my mech piloting chops, but also learned a lot of lessons about leadership and led a prison planet uprising, which I am currently still running from. My big goal in life is to find my sibling Thorn, who I believe to still be alive. What else should you know about me? I got a really cool mech. It's
Yeah,
like
tell us about your mech.
it's like a bipedal, but I've got like big angel wings. Its name is Kestrel. It's a biomimic Talon class. Sleek and stylish bird of prey. I got rocket boots, giant metal angel wings, and like big boots. Big wings, big boots. The quirks of my vehicle are power flying. So it flies really high and really well. Delicate maneuvering, showy peacock, and relentless hunter. Which all of which could be used against me. My special abilities are Bloodlust, where I gain tragedy seeks violence, but if I defeat a foe, I can heal some stress. I also have Red Comet. I have a reputation being a pilot of great skill. And if I can use that, I can get another die. I loaded my my pilot and vehicle actions into I have 1 on engineer, 2 on struggle, 2 on command with my leadership abilities, and then I'm just loaded up on my mech. So I've got 2 on battle, destroy, and maneuver. My ally is Sycamore, who's a cautious journalist. And then I have an enemy in Ripper, who's a reckless pilot. That's about it for now. We're going to find out more as we play. Oh, wait, I think I have 2 teammates in my squad also that you'll meet in a bit, but like, here's what I think about them. There's Cam Reed. He's our hacker. Too much talk, not enough action, if you want to hear my opinion about that. And there's Jack Miller, who's really good at what they do, but they are going to get us killed. Fox out.
A
Awesome.
man on a revenge quest gonna get you all killed? Never.
Let's hear about our hacker.
Yo, Cam Reed. They call me Tweak. I'm casual, I'm scruffy. So I'm too busy to like worry about things like shaving and haircuts, hacking stuff. Long ago, I was a video game designer. That was a cool gig. Dug it. I unfortunately got jailed for piracy. I was, downloading things that I thought were bullshit, overpriced. So I just would procure them, including some military technology. They weren't real fond of that. But I do. Later on, when I got out of jail, if you need a forged ID, I'm best in the biz right here. I can even give you the ones with the little electronic chips in them. I can do whatever you need.
You wouldn't download a mech. Amazing.
My special abilities, I can interface with augmented reality and force nearby apps and proxies to do what I tell them to do. So like, hey, Alexa, disable that mech. I'm also always aware of apps and proxies in my presence. I know when they're around. As far as my teammates go, Dig Fox, too rash though. Not enough thinking. Too much just jumping in, doing without thinking. Jack, very good. Scares me a little. I'm a little bit scared of Jack. And
Everybody's scared of Jack.
I'm not real sure I can trust Jack because Jack's real kind of like sneaky. I don't really know what's going on inside that head of his. He likes to do things from afar. I'm kind of afraid he might kill me in my sleep.
Mm-hmm. Definitely will.
I got 2 pips in study, 1 pip in engineer, 1 in finesse, 1 in consort, because you got to have some social engineering when you're trying to sell fake IDs and stuff. 2 in interface, and for my mech, 1 in battle, 1 in maneuver, 1 in bombard, and 1 in scan. My mech, by the way, is a sweet ass mech that it kind of looks like a cross between like Cthulhu and a space octopus.
Yes.
It's an anti-grav mech with tentacles. The cockpit's totally sealed because you don't need to see me. I want it to look like a creature and breaks reality if you see a dude sitting in there. Where's my thingies? Oh, it's got lots of hidden features. Like you don't see things, but things can like pop out of the tentacles in the head. It's very cutting edge, which means I'm doing lots of updates and repairs. Sadly, a lot of times, cool. Like lights, running lights, give it sort of a bioluminescent glow that I can change up in different colors, things, and it's very bioengineered to look like the features based off biological features, so it looks more like a natural entity than a big hulking machine. My ally is Gather, a curious proxy. And then my enemy is Zine, a secretive AI. I don't trust them. I don't know what they're up to. And I think that does it. Tweak out.
We go. Cool. And our scout.
Right. Oh, I'm Jack Miller. In another life, I was an architect. Those aren't just good for planets. Unfortunately, some folks had other plans for the station I used to live on. Got turned into someone thought it would be really, really good to fire at a planet. And I don't mean fire from the station, I mean fire the station. It's now parked permanently. Most people didn't survive the crash, but hey, here we are. So in the intervening years, I've put my skills as an architect to use elsewhere, which comes in real handy for figuring out how to say disable enemy buildings. Either with my mech partner. Partner's got it's yeah. I mean, I wear it like a second skin. 2 legs, industrial arms, open cockpit so I can get a nice view of things. Right. Didn't mention that part. I'm not so much a direct confrontation kind of guy. When that shot comes, it's going to be coming from really far away. It might not even be coming right at you. It might be ricocheted off something else really far away and find you when you're not looking. Also, pretty good at holing up to hide and take that shot. Get a little bit of that gives me a little bit of an edge. Other than that, well, I'm built for getting a sense of who people are, what the terrain is like, what the area is like, able to get in and out of tough spots. Even if I'm, with or without partner, you might not see us coming. That being said, again, it's all for finding those weak points, right? Well, speaking of weak points, partner, it's got a few. It's got a few. I mean, redundant systems normally a good thing, right? Common parts, fixed hard points, normally a good thing, right? Except when they figure out which ones to hit. And it's a bit of a military workhorse. I mean, you can slap a fresh coat of paint on, which I absolutely did, but it still looks like reappropriated Navy. So I mean, I'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Well, I'm out here with Fox and Cam looking for the person responsible for crashing Ceres down onto the dust. They're all right. They think they're funny. Gave me call sign Blueprint. Haha, I'm an architect and I plan stuff. Between you and me, Fox, they're not as I don't think they're as tough as they think they are. I mean, they are tough as nails, but there's something warm and gooey hidden under there, if you know what I mean. As for old Tweak there, he says he's just here to make enough money to start a fresh life, but between you and me, I don't think it's quite that noble a motivation. I mean, think about what he's told us his old life was. Well, what else are we missing? Oh, right. Friends and enemies. Understandably, perhaps I've made friends with a rather overeager mortician gal, gal who goes by the name of Here. You know, she finds trouble for me to solve. I find questions for her to answer. We have an agreement. Layla, on the other hand, is she calls herself a tracker. I think that's a nice way of putting it. She also considers her methods humane. I mean, tracking someone down, bring them in for the wrong reasons because, you know, some corpo, well, the wrong corpo told you to, is still bringing them in. So, yeah, she rubs me the wrong way. But that's about it for now. I'll be in the bar with well, I'm never without my rifle. The others think that's funny too, but hey, I'm the blueprint. You always got a plan.
Blueprint out. All right. Let's take 5 again, and we'll come back and do a mission briefing.
That's good.
Righty. Cool. How do missions work? So, so y'all, your connection with so your let's go back here. Your patron, I guess, is Exodus Republic Incorporated, huge corporation. And your direct contact is a guy named Lance Walker, who basically he's your fixer, your Mr. Johnson. It's unlikely that anyone else at the company knows about ROI uh, as other people know about ROI, but not about you, ROI. So they probably just like say, get this done. And he's like, I know someone. How does Walker generally contact you for missions?
Think through some pretty labyrinthine channels through some of my maybe I have like maybe an AI or not necessarily AI, but like a virtual contact that he can go through that will
Some
send us
intermediary.
Messages.
Mhm.
What's this? It wouldn't be a full AI, right? It would be
No, just more like an always on, terminal for the lack of better terms, but like an Alexa level, but it's always on 24/7.
Yeah, like another proxy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or so is it a proxy that's just like relaying the message, or is it an app that's kind of like a like more of a like not a full AI, but like an intelligent agent, like they can like have a conversation?
I was thinking more of just a relay, like a proxy.
Okay, cool.
So that, some safety padding between us, but
what's the personality of the proxy? What does it appear to you like?
I don't have any idea why, but maybe it's because the station was named Cirrus and it's real close. But my first thing came to mind was Cerberus, the Hound of Hell.
Yeah, cool. It's like a
Oh, Sebby.
but it's like a little kawaii anime three-headed puppy that talks
Yeah,
to you.
exactly.
Fantastic.
Like a little virtual pet. If you want me to deliver the message, you have to feed Cerberus a virtual treat.
And one of the heads
Like a
is very
Tamagotchi.
serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So
you haven't pet Cerberus in 6 days.
He's gonna send you to hell. Cool. So Walker contacts you through Cerberus and says, we've got some work for you. Pet head number 3 for the mission briefing. And so basically the mission that is available is that another not crew, what do you call squad? Another crew is what it's called in Blades. Another squad was hired by Exodus Republic Inc. On a more legitimate basis. ERI had a colony on a planet called Minerva 4 that they were shutting down. They're just like, cool, we're going to shut down this station and then for whatever corporate reason. So this other squad, Valkyrie Intelligent Redistribution, they were hired to go and basically oversee the cleanup, make sure everything got back to corporate headquarters that needed to get back people and equipment and everything. Valkyrie cut off contact shortly after arriving there, and communications from the outpost seem to indicate that they kind of went on a little rampage and destroyed a bunch of stuff and killed a bunch of people.
Oopsie.
And kind of went to ground. They lost communication with a lot of stuff. So your objective is to unofficially go to the outpost, Hadley Outpost, Maneuver 4, and salvage. So the objective is to salvage and retrieval of any remaining company property and data. And if there are personnel, that's property. And to report on Valkyrie Intelligent Redistribution's position and disposition. If they have company property, that would also be nice to return. The rules of engagement that you're given: don't destroy any remaining corporate property. Don't engage in combat with Valkyrie unless fired upon, and do not, as usual, reveal your association with Exodus Republic Incorporated. And then they send standard payment terms. So I assume you'll be taking the mission unless you don't want to play.
Wow.
Which is an option.
Like when you play a video game and you're like, I don't want that one. You're like, that's
I'm staying home.
That's the game. That's the game. You have to do it.
Or I can just make up a different mission.
That sounds fun. You need to kill some guys.
No, we
don't engage unless fired upon. You might be fired
unofficially.
There you go.
Spoiler alert.
Too rash.
You might be
Too
doing
rash, Fox.
Oh.
Listen to the mission briefing.
Hey, look at that. But you do have oh no, that was the other right. The oh yeah, you have dire needs. Your employers understand the necessity of what you do. You can choose not to lose trust from breaking ROE related to the treatment of civilians.
Yeah, we do what it needs to happen.
Yep. So those are suggestions, not hard lines for them.
It doesn't have to be murder.
So what usually happens before a mission is information gathering stuff. I'm also curious to hear more about, I assume, do you still call Ceres Station? Do you still call it Ceres, or do you have you renamed it since you started camping out in it?
That's a good question. They'll get back to you on that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll let that one up to Jack.
Yeah.
I think, as Jack said earlier, I think Fox and I probably secretly occasionally refer to it as Serial Station, but we try not to do that around. We don't do that around Jack because
ever.
Jack does not react well.
Worried about dying.
If you're assassins, does that make you
serial killers?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've got.
We would never say it in front of Jack though.
Yeah, I've got a very morbid in-character new name for the station. But, again, feel free to X-card this if needed. Ground Zero.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Because it was basically used as a kinetic weapon against something on the planet, which means that one of the big factions, the Jovangelians, or the what are the other? The DFS, like some major part of the war used it against a target on the surface, which was clearly destroyed.
Catastrophe combined with it's just one of the super secret research stations in the Mass Effect trilogy is called Jump Zero. So I'm just like, Ground Zero, let's go. There we go.
Nice.
We're here.
Actually, I'm curious. I think I'd like it to either be the Jovangelians, which is the autocracy, the empire, or the democratic federated systems. Which one of them use the station as a weapon?
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna keep with the Expanse theme of people finding the wrong ways of trying to accomplish certain goals. So let's go with Democratic Federated Systems were the ones who turned the station into a weapon.
So I assume that means
Marco Inaros is my arch enemy. Let's go.
That the planet was an imperial base of some sort. So follow-up question: was this use of a weapon enough to dislodge the Jovangelians, or do they still maintain? Are they still like? Did they fight off the DFS? It was basically to establish just who is on the
Yeah.
planet to talk to.
I'm always happy to have extra factions in the mix. Let's say there's still Jovangelians.
Cool.
Mhm.
So the DFS used your space station as a weapon, and it wasn't effective, and they were just like, oh well, bye.
Mm. Oof.
Which means that the people on the planet are probably sympathetic to whatever happened here. And they probably call it ground zero because that was
Yeah.
um
I figured that Jack probably still calls it series, but like everyone else calls it Ground Zero, and it's always this little bit of a tension point. Like,
yeah, for sure. That's great.
I imagine the Jovangelians probably had like some contingency plans, so it's like the DFS probably thought, oh yeah, you blow up that base and Jovangelians are gone, but they had probably had like auxiliary
Yeah,
backup bases or place
Mhm.
bunkers or things, so they
yeah.
survived better than the DFS expected them to.
So basically the mission, they're interested in getting it underway pretty quickly, but you have time to do investigation or talking to folks or whatever. When you're like, cool, let's go, they will pick you up and take you to the planet, basically. But until then, you are at your leisure to do information gathering, any sort of research on the planet, the company, the whatever else you want, or just chill out and be cool. What would you like to do?
the upgrade I added to our base is a loyal bar. Do you want to gather information about the current or
Oh
upcoming
shit!
horizons
There you go.
So let's head over to the bar. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna like ask if you could please drop the mission brief like in the chat or somewhere on the
Yeah.
doc, that would be great.
Fortunately, I already wrote it down.
So that'll be what Jack does. Go have a friendly chat at the bar.
Cool. So I assume that there's there's probably nothing in the impact area. So it's probably like a nearby settlement or outpost or whatever. What's the name of the place that you're going and the name of the bar that is there?
Oh.
Anyone can answer that.
Wait, sorry. We're not going to the station.
So you're at the station. That's kind of like your hangout.
Yeah,
but
we're
it's
going to the
in, like,
bar, right?
a big
You
crater.
don't have to come. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't. I'm not speaking for the group here. This
No,
is
I-
just what
Yeah.
I want.
So
to do.
I imagine that the station is just a wreck that you have kind of like carved out a hideout in, and there are
Yeah.
settlements. Whatever was here was destroyed.
I think I
And
just
so,
didn't understand your question, Mark.
Yeah, and so whatever's nearby, there's like nearby
Mhm.
settlements or cities or something that you can go and talk to actual people. But I don't think there's
Yeah.
anyone living nearby, which is a great place for you to hide out.
And then you were asking
Yeah.
us to name something?
Yeah, so you have the loyal bar as a squad upgrade to get your extra bonus dice and stuff.
Mhm.
Where is it located and what's it called?
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I was missing the
No,
all
you're
the
good.
nouns
Yeah.
in the sentence.
I
There's
would
a lot of
imagine
stuff.
it's probably like real close to the hideout.
Mhm.
It'd be real convenient for us.
Yeah.
And it being loyal is probably important. So probably close enough. You may ask the rest of the squad. Like, I feel like maybe they actually know that our hideout is like that we hang out in the base remains
Yeah,
with their
if you
loyal
like.
bar. So like they don't tell anybody about it. But
Yeah, because one of the upgrades you can get is like a hidden hideout, make sure everything's all secure and secret. So like folks probably know you're there.
so yeah, meeting there to And that will also pair well, or I don't know if it's going to be like different roles or how it works, but because I was also going to definitely, use my study action to pre as Tweak does, gather as much information as possible, try to formulate as detailed a plan before we go rushing
Bookworm.
into this thing.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah, so just give me the name of a local settlement and the name of the place that you frequent there to get information.
I want to say this settlement doesn't even have like a proper name. It's like F-22.
Yeah, F-22. Yeah, so
Map coordinate. Yeah.
old military base or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, tell me about the bar.
The building's just like old, old cargo crates kind of cobbled together to make make a little building. It's chairs and tables are same kind of thing, salvage salvage parts. A table might be a barrel with a slab of plywood on it or something.
Sweet.
But
yeah, maybe it doesn't even have a name. It's just like that's the place we go.
It's a bar.
I wonder if like the owner's name is like Hadley and we just call it Hadley's, even though that's not its name.
Oh, so Hadley is the outpost that you're going on another planet. That's like the destination of the mission. Yeah.
I thought I made up the word Hadley. You had said it earlier.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, my brain is shut off.
There's plenty of, it's a big universe. There's lots of Hadleys.
Yeah. I think no name is really good.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the bar. There's no other one.
Yeah, we're going to the bar. Yeah.
You just know about it. If you know about it, you know about it. It's in the cargo containers.
And everyone knows about it. Cool. So tell me what you like, what you're asking, what you want to find out.
I feel like when Fox goes to bars, Fox likes to do some storytelling time.
Ooh, storytelling.
No, I think Fox is like set up at like one of the bar stools, like regaling folks with like gladiator stories and like showing scars and like that's how I got this one. All right, someone pick the next scar. You want to hear a story about? It's like I think Fox is like standing on a stool, like in underwear, like letting people point out scars and then telling stories. So that's kind of where Fox is.
Are they all from gladiating?
The gladiating you did, was that like you like with a crowbar, or was it
it started that way,
or was it mech combat?
It was like junkyard mech combat. So like when you start, you don't get a mech, but you could like find scraps and build pieces and like
gotta go beat up a mech.
I think the inside of my you gotta like you gotta beat up a mech and get one. So
nice.
You eventually get a mech, but you start on.
It's like the beginning of Conan, where he's like a scrawny kid and he eventually makes his way up to having armor and weapons and stuff.
Yeah, it's just very Conan. Yeah. So I think I'm just like blustery intelligence.
Holding court.
Yeah.
Jack's gonna go ask the bartender to point him towards someone, or maybe it's the bartender who knows this themselves. Looking for someone who's got friends or family at Hadley Outpost that might be able to give. Maybe they smuggled it and were able to get out a message before before the comms went dark, or something around company channels that after Valkyrie cut their own comms.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I guess the question ultimately being asked would be stuff along the lines of what do they seem to be doing? Do they seem to be trying to contain something that happened there? Do they seem to be trying to make a power play and take over the colony for themselves? Did they find something they want to keep a secret? Is there some kind of breach of radiation or bioweapons or something? Like what? Yeah.
What action do you want to use for that?
Uh, I'm
Yeah, so let me talk about how rolls work, actually. So this is a Forge in the Dark game. Basically, to do an action, you're going to pick one of your action types there. So hunt, study, finesse, prowl, consort, whatever. And you will roll as many dice as you have dots in that. You can, let me find if there's a similar here for. Yeah. Cool. So you can this is just an information gathering roll, so there's no like position effect stuff. And so you can on any action roll, you can spend stress to push yourself. Probably not necessary to do that here. Other folks can help you by spending stress to give you an extra dice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So for this one.
And I'm gonna get 1d6 for doing it at the bar.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh, and if you don't have any, so like if you try to do it with command, if you don't have any dots in it, you roll 2 dice and take the lower one.
All right. So what happens if I use a command skill, but I've got my 1d6 bonus from the bar?
Then you would have that 1 dice. Yep.
All right. So it'd be 1d6, no penalty. But which turns out to be the same thing, really. Okay.
And you can use basically you can choose to use whatever action you want for most things you want to do. It's just how fictionally you're approaching it. So you could you could try to get information via consort by like, oh, I'm buying someone drinks. You could do it with struggle by like, hey, let's get in a fucking fight, and then like,
Yeah.
Or you could hunt someone and follow them home or whatever. So it's just the different approaches to, and like people are better in certain things. So you might put, oh, I want to do a finesse to do this, but that might have different fictional consequences if you did a finesse versus sway or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna start off. I'm going to start off using study for this one, because the most important thing Jack's looking for isn't necessarily this, whatever a person says it's happening, but whether or not they're being honest about what they're telling them. And that's what we're studying to play.
Cool. So you're
very asking intently.
Yeah. So determine a statement's truth by scrutinizing the speaker. Great. Cool. So you get 1 die for your regular study there. If you want, and the 1 die for the bar.
Oh, sorry.
Are you trying to locate a target, or are you trying to find out information about the target? It sounds like the latter, right?
It depends how much you want me to roll for, because this is a 2-step, asking who's got, who has friends or family at the outpost, and then collecting information from that person.
So I'm going to tell you that this was a corporate outpost somewhere. So this is probably going to be like I heard from a guy who heard from a guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's unlikely you're going to find anyone who knows someone there. So yeah, let's go with straight survey then. So it's going to be 2 dice. First roll of the game.
As a 6, assuming this additive, like in.
So we're taking the highest single die. So you get a 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way it normally works is if your highest die is a 1 to 3, that is no good, it is bad. If it's a 4 or a 5, you succeed with a consequence. If it's a 6, you succeed 100% great. If you get 2 6s, that's a critical success. This is just information gathering, so there's not really any consequences from not getting a 6. It's just how good the information you get is.
I can think of a few.
So I think so. Tell me your question again.
What's the scuttlebutt about why Valkyrie went dark? Are they trying to keep the corp out, Or are they
Mhm.
trying to keep something or someone in?
So I think the information you get about them is that they are um, they are work for hire like anyone else, but they are you know as much company men as you're going to get without being part of the company. Um, it's unlikely that they just decided to go rogue or just decided to turn on the biggest company in the universe, basically. So it was probably like the what you get from them is that like oh, I know I've worked I worked with a guy who knows what names we have yeah, with Babylon from the squad, and it seemed like a straight up guy. They would never you disobey, like they want to get paid like anyone else. There's no sense if they're biting the hand that fed them, it's got to be for a really good reason. Or you know what, it might just be a bunch of bullshit. Maybe they didn't do anything wrong, and like, or maybe the company thinks they did something wrong and you're being sent after them or whatever. But yeah, they're normally just straight up guys, so it seems weird that they would do either one of those things.
All right.
Tweak, tell me about your what you're doing.
I'm definitely using my study move. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm studying. I'm guessing the Jovangelion, like that's sort of are they like the ruling empire of the system, or sort of how
They
does that
are
work
they
exactly?
are so they are an empire, but there
Mhm.
are a whole bunch of different factions, like the size of them. Like the company that you're working for is the same magnitude as them. So there's them, there's the DFS, who is like one of their big enemies. There's like a religious order that controls a bunch of stuff. So they are a huge force, but they are not like the empire that controls everything.
I'm trying to figure, I mean, obviously, I'm trying to meticulously plan every
Mhm.
detail like I do because we can't leave anything to chance. Um, so I'm thinking we need a way. We're supposed to go in there, retrieve anything, any company properties.
Mhm.
So we need some guys because we can't be affiliated with the company. So I'm just trying to figure out like this will be what I'm studying. I think trying to find the best fake identities I can make for us. Who can we
Mm.
be that would have authority to come in there and get this stuff that's not other than the company because we can't be with the company.
Right.
So
So I think so. Without rolling, we can tell you this. Um, Minerva 4 is, not near habitation. It's an outpost. Um, what they were doing there is, you need to sign an NDA to get that. And what what is probably going to happen is they're just going to drop you there. There's not really anyone else there to see. There's like the company outpost and the Valkyrie. So you, unless someone else is specifically spying on them to find out, are they using a secret team? There's probably very little chance that you would even need that. If you would like to roll, that that could change.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to figure out like what details I would be, do I need to sort out before we
Yeah,
actually get there
yeah. Pretty much
to cover
the
our ass.
transport and cover is going to be taken care of by the corporation.
It's like if there's anybody from the outpost left there,
Mm-hmm.
would they be like, "Hey, who the hell are you guys, and why are you here?"
Yeah, and they'd
Or,
probably just be like, oh, "Save us! Help! Help!
all
We don't care who you are." But
right.
they
Well, in
they
that
work
case,
for the company too.
maybe I'll do again. I think a study roll to see if I can dig anything up like on the dark web
Nice.
about Valkyrie. Maybe some chatter
About Valkyrie.
of what was like, if there was any ulterior motives, or maybe if they had, like if they were doing double agent shit, or
Hmm.
you know, trying to figure out what might be going on with Valkyrie.
Again, I think without rolling, their reputation is pretty spotless. But
Right.
let's do your roll to see what we can find.
Sure.
So I think this is yeah, I think you're still gonna get an extra die from the loyal bar because that's still just like that's not necessarily the physical bar, that is just knowing
Right.
people.
Oh, right.
So it sounds like you're gonna, if you're using study, right?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
gonna
just
be
trying to
3
dig up
dice.
I love it. Love it. Hmm.
Triple ones.
Google. Yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time. I've done
It
that
happened
before.
like 4 times in this like blaster game.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I
1,
know.
1, 2.
Or like, and
1,
here's
3,
my
2.
trick. Ugh.
I'm not Spike anymore. I'm not Spike anymore. I'm not cursed. Okay, let's see what happens.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
wait till you see
That's
what
all
we did
right.
last week without you there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So a 5. So you're trying to get information about them, about Valkyrie. And I think you get a lot of the same. You're able to, with a 5, I think you're able to like probably get like manifests and like contracts and stuff like, oh, like did this, paid off, did this, paid off, did this, good job, did this, great, bonus. There, you cannot find evidence of them like working with someone else, communicating with someone
Yeah.
else.
Mm.
Like they get hired by other various people, like, oh, go to this battlefield and like scavenge next stuff for us. And they're like, on it, boss. I think with a 5, I think with a 5, maybe you pick up like some like a recorded chatter, maybe. Like like maybe going into the corporate servers and like saying like, what do they have on them? And I think you're able to maybe like piggybacking off of Cerberus, like hey Cerberus, go fetch more stuff about the mission. And I think you get some common chatter from them, and it's mostly just like da, 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 getting this crate, moving this over here. And it seems like the chatter just mostly abruptly stopped. There's one snippet that stands out, and you recognize or the voice is tagged as Babylon, who's their technician, and
This is the point where I'd go beep boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
Isolate audio.
And I think it's just their side of a conversation, and it's a snippet of them arguing with someone else on the team. You don't know who it is. Basically saying, like we got to get this out of here. No, if you guys are going to do that, I'm out. Basically, just breaking with the team. And you don't get the other side of the conversation. You don't get what it's about. It's just like, oh, like they decided that what the team is doing is no bueno.
Team fracture.
Yeah, fracture.
I've got something.
Yeah.
Well, I think while Fox is doing storytelling, the storytelling is devolved into like play fighting with people, like using people as props. And then I had them like this and pinned down, and I want to use one of those to just command someone to tell me where they are.
So, what are you trying to find out?
Well, it sounds like we kind of have some background information, but we don't know where they are, or do we?
No, you know exactly where they are. The
know where they
corporation
are.
is going to, there's a colony on this planet called Minerva 4. The corporation is going to pick you up and drop you at the colony, and then you can go from there.
Are there other things we need to find out at the bar?
You don't know much about the planet itself. I don't know. That's up to you.
Yeah, I just want to tell someone to just command someone to tell me. I'm trying to figure out how that works though, but yeah. Yeah, I think that like we tell stories and things kind of die down. And I think I just like point out someone, I'm like, you tell me all you know about this planet.
Love it. Cool. I think that's gonna be 3 dice again. You got 2 in command.
But I have two, yeah, I have two in command. Is it 3D
3d6.
6? Okay.
Cool that carry.
You there, boy. What day is it?
A 6.
5,
Great.
a 6, and a 5.
Nice.
Dang.
Nice. Cool.
You commanded real good.
Should have been more specific.
So I think this guy actually
Tell me all your secrets, man.
see, so these are Joe McEllians. Yeah, I think this guy is was in like logistics procurement with the jumping aliens with not with the squad, I guess. The raccoons. Maybe he's one of the raccoons.
Yes.
And I think the Jovangelian Empire had a tenuous alliance with Exodus Republic, and maybe he was part of the crew that got supplies for the construction of the colony. And so he is able to tell you all about the planet and how much it fucking sucks. Yeah, number 4 is about Earth gravity, almost exactly.
That's how I study.
It is on the hot side. The lows are around 60 Celsius, so it's quite warm. Around 140 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes.
It is kind of rocky, ashy, dusty. It's like a little bit of surface water, mostly like the survey is like mostly subterranean water. It is unsuitable for life just on the surface, straight up. And the atmosphere is not corrosive, but pretty toxic. Like it is like hot and like ammonia atmosphere, kind of. He's just like, yeah, it fucking sucked getting all that stuff there. I don't know why anyone would want to build a colony there. Like there's hundreds of planets that you don't have to wear a exosuit on, and just like they had they're determined and they were paying, so that's what we did. God hazard pay, so that's something. I'm not gonna work for those assholes again. No offense. I mean, that's who you work with, is up to you.
Thank you.
We're not working with anybody. What are you talking about?
I hit a random planet generator and got a bunch of.
Got a sucky one.
Oh, that planet sucks. Let's use that. Cool. Any last sort of recon you want to do before getting picked up?
I'm pretty sure Brash Brash Impulse over here didn't want to do any more recon.
Brash.
Fucking go!
Hey, you tell me what? Okay, I studied Cam. I think we all get back together. We're like, this is what we found out. And I think
Impulse
Fox
is just like, let's go to the planet, let's go. I'm like, we have not even talked about a plan yet.
Let's go.
So here is the thing. In fact, I think we'll do maybe we'll do this before. We'll do this and drop in. In these types of games, you don't make a plan ahead of time. What you do is you make an engagement roll, they call it, which basically says how good your plan starts off going, and then you can kind of backfill the details of your plan.
Interesting.
So like if you roll good, it's like you're halfway through already. If you roll bad, it's like you got fucked as soon as you landed. So
everything that went wrong possibly did go wrong.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's just jump to the engagement roll. So you get picked up on the what the fuck is their name? The Exodus Republic Incorporated. They send a dropship for you, the Revelation, and so they however space travel works here, pop you over to the planet.
And I'm guessing they take us and our mechs.
Yeah, your mechs, and they're gonna drop you on the planet, basically. Where is our engagement roll? There it is.
Engagement roll.
So first you're gonna choose the tactic that you want to approach this mission with. Assault, which is doing violence against the target.
That was fun.
Deception, which is luring, tricking,
impulse,
or manipulating the target. Scientific, which is engaging with technological power. Social, which you're negotiating with. There's not really anyone to negotiate with. Stealth, taking action undetected. Transport, which you're bringing stuff there. Sounds like the pertinent ones are like assault, scientific, or stealth.
Yeah,
those are our personalities.
Yeah. I was thinking scientific.
True.
I was also thinking, well, no, not deception. You're right, not really. But yeah. Cam is definitely for the scientific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Fox could be convinced because we've heard so much about how this team is like company men.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know. Something might have gone wrong. We need to learn a little bit more about it. It's like, okay.
There's obviously some unknown factor we don't know that would just cause them to go radio silent.
But as soon as something goes down.
So with a scientific tactic, I need a detail of some unusual procedure you're using.
I want to make sure it's cool, Jack.
Oh yeah, Jack, is that scientific cool?
Yeah, scan, survey, assess, but quietly.
I mean,
he looks very, he kind of points at Tweak, but looks very pointedly at Fox when he says that.
This approach will make it that much easier for you to shoot somebody from afar.
That's true.
I'm gonna get in their face and shoot them in the face.
You can clean up anybody that Jack can't shoot from afar.
Exactly.
Sorry, what was that, Mark?
What is the unusual procedure that you're using in this case? Scientific. Engaging with technological power.
Thinking like could kind of like tap into their camera systems?
Oh, like tap into
the base camera systems
network and like go in that way. Fantastic. Great. You'll also each pick next to where your vehicle gear is, you're going to pick your pilot gear, light, medium, heavy. And that again tells you like how conspicuous are versus how much stuff you're carrying. You can do that at your leisure. So we're going to build our engagement roll then. The engagement roll, so you're going to start one die just for plain old luck. Do you feel like your approach to this mission, do you feel like this mission is bold?
No.
Yeah, I'm not feeling bold either.
Do you feel like it's especially complex?
Get in, get out.
And get out.
Depends. I mean, it's complex in that I feel like, I don't know if this counts as complex, but there's definitely, I feel like, an unknown element.
Yeah.
Something we don't know that's going on here for sure.
I think we can factor that part
in. As you make them, Cam.
Does this mission exploit the target's vulnerabilities?
Sounds like it, since we're going in after their CCTV, etc.
That's true. It's a good point.
Yeah, fantastic. It is not ineffective. Are you receiving external support for the mission? Hmm.
We kind of. I mean,
So
they got
I
us
think
here and
you
dropped
can-
us here.
You can. I think the answer to this will determine whether or not you have access to them. Maybe. Do you want company support, which might make it harder to distance yourself from the company?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm thinking. It seems like our general attitude is no, since we also sort of like the hey, let us do our job and don't fucking
Hmm.
You know,
tell us how we got to do it. We're gonna do it the way we want to do
we
it.
don't need him looking over our shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
no
might
one's
not
interfering
approve
with it.
of some of our methods.
You know,
And what was the complexity thing you were talking about?
Maybe not. I was just debating whether or not it's complex just because we don't like we. There's obviously some unknown factor like that
Yeah.
has taken these
No,
people
listen
out.
to
or
Cam.
whatever.
Cam makes everything complex.
Yeah, that's animation.
That's true.
Getting
I
it
do.
out.
I overthink everything. Everything's complex to me.
Cool. So it sounds like we're going to be rolling 2 dice for the engagement roll. Who would like to roll those 2 dice?
It's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
I mean, I
What's
will.
the,
If not, I definitely, since I know I'm the one who pushes for scientific.
It is a sciencey roll,
what's
though.
the outcome determined?
All right,
this
go
is
for
your
it.
fault,
All
Cam.
right.
Just don't roll like you have been.
You stop jinxing me.
Oh no.
You said 2d6, right?
2d6.
Hey, that's not bad.
5s. Great.
All right.
So you'll be starting in a risky position at the basic start of the thing. You're not super into it, or you're not in a bad place. So we'll start off next time landing at the landing site and go from there. I think the ship drops you down and your mechs land on the planet. The planet sucks, but there you are.
We are not immediately besieged by quantum centipedes.
Correct.
That's you always got to look on the bright side.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Awesome. Cool. We will cut it there then.
Sweet.
Sweet. Let's do some stars and wishes, and let's go in reverse order. So we'll start off with our scout, or we'll start off with Ellie, not our scout, the player.
Hey, player. Ooh. Stars. I'm definitely intrigued by all the little moving parts here. I think, Mark, I think you set them up for us really well, considering that that this isn't something that's necessarily like easy. It's not the simple access like characters for PBTAs and stuff, which is all there. So yeah, Star for making that all easy to follow. Like I've played a ton of games like this, but never Forged in the Dark before. So nope, yeah, really good there. Yeah, and stars together for Nick and Heath for the super good synergy and cool ideas during character creation when we had to coming up with stuff collectively, like the call signs and stuff. That was really fun. I'm excited, and the stars for the what you all think of each other's pilots. I'm excited to play with that. Wishes for next time. Yeah, let's get into some trouble. I want to see how building the clock feels, and get into some. Yeah, I want to get into some real hairy situations. That's my wish.
I think we can do that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Our hacker Heath.
Yeah, always stars for Mark for making it easy for players to just jump in and be like, I don't know anything about this game. I've barely read it, and let's go. Stars for everybody's characters. This reminded me as we were finishing up character. I was like, it sort of reminded me of The Usual Suspects, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just fun. This motley band of people thrown together who are all kind of these weird ass characters, and it's fun that the chemistry we have, and also we're not all super close, but we're not we're yeah, man, we're all cool, we work together. I don't really know what the fuck to think of you guys. The whole game, man, it feels it has a good feel to it, even though I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but it's just it's been fun, just like picking things. Well, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Wishes, as always, just to get to know the system better. I'm always want to play with all the toys in the toy box kid.
There's so many.
So
toys.
it's like there's so many different. Yeah, it's like so I want to try personally on a personal level not to just hammer on like I'll just gonna use study for every single thing I do or whatever. Maybe even use skills that aren't my highest skills if it's applicable in the moment, not just so finding those like just different avenues that inspire fun play and put you in interesting situations as opposed to just leaning on I'm a hacker, I'm gonna hack everything. I think that's it.
Awesome. And Nick.
Yeah, definitely agree with stars for Mark. This game has so many fiddly bits, and you really just always make it straightforward. Yeah, stars for the character creations is super fun to like see these characters come to life. My wish for that is I love this like beginning scene where we kind of got to see each character be themselves. And I'm interested in finding ways that these characters how they interact. I'm sure we'll see that as we grow and grow. Yeah, and I wish for some action because I'm a pilot, but I do have a star for like being like, wow, everyone's just like going in and studying. I don't know how to study. And I was like, oh no, I do. I just say, you tell me. So that was fun to learn a different way of doing things. Yeah, and then stars for stars for getting a neat bunch of characters and story off the ground.
Yeah.
And everything's it's super fun to get through. I'm excited about the world too. I think stars for the world. This seems fun. That's me.
Awesome. This was fun. I feel character creation is super fun in this game because there's just again so many bits and pieces. There's you and your stuff and your contacts and your crew and your mech and all the bits and pieces that like you kind of like grab all these cables from the world and plug them into yourself. It's really neat. I'm excited to see how the three of you work together as a crew, talk it through. I'm really interested in how I've only played this game. And I haven't run it yet. I'm interested to see how combat and mission stuff works from this side because it is very different from other mech games I'm playing. There's a lot of play to find out, so I'm just curious to find out what is gonna happen. I have like a 4-word sentence of what the mission is, so we'll see what we get from there. Cool. Anything else before we shut it down? All right, I'm gonna end the recording. Goodbye to anyone in the future. Everything's fine here in 2023.